Welcome to Gospel Education Official. Today we'll journey into one of the most powerful teachings of Jesus, the Beatitudes. What does it really mean to be blessed? In the Beatitudes, Jesus shows us that true blessing isn't about money or fame. It's about living with a heart that pleases God. Spoken on a quiet hillside, these powerful words teach us how to live with love, humility, and faith. The Beatitudes are among the most beautiful and powerful teachings of Jesus, found in the Gospel of Matthew chapter 5. Spoken during the Sermon on the Mount, these blessings offer a radical view of what it means to live a life pleasing to God. They aren't promises for the powerful or the wealthy, but for those who live humbly, seek righteousness, and reflect God's heart. When Jesus says, "Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven," he is reminding us that true spiritual riches begin with humility. Being poor in spirit means recognizing that we need God, that we can't do life on our own, and that only He can satisfy our deepest needs. This kind of dependence opens the door to God's kingdom. Next, blessed are those who mourn, for they shall be comforted. This mourning isn't only about loss. It's about sorrow over sin and the brokenness in the world. When we grieve over what is wrong and cry out for God's healing, He meets us with comfort, hope, and restoration. Then we hear, "Blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth." In today's world, meekness is often mistaken for weakness, but Jesus sees it as a strength, the strength to be gentle, patient, and humble, even when faced with pressure. The meek trust God and don't need to fight for power, because their inheritance is eternal. Jesus also blesses those who hunger and thirst for righteousness, saying they shall be filled. Just as our bodies long for food and water, our souls crave what is right: justice, truth, and holiness. When we earnestly seek to live rightly and do what pleases God, He satisfies us deeply, not just once, but again and again. Blessed are the merciful, for they shall obtain mercy. Mercy is not simply feeling sorry for someone. It is active kindness, forgiveness, and compassion, even when it's hard. Those who extend mercy to others reflect the heart of God and will themselves experience His mercy in abundance. Jesus goes on to say, "Blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see God." Purity of heart means having sincere motives, a clean conscience, and a desire to honor God in all we do. When we live with integrity and spiritual clarity, we begin to see God, not just in heaven one day, but here and now in our lives and in others. Then He says, "Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called children of God." Peacemakers are those who build bridges, mend broken relationships, and choose peace over conflict. They don't just stay out of trouble. They actively bring the peace of God into the world, showing that they truly belong to Him. Finally, Jesus says, "Blessed are those who are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven." When we choose to follow Jesus and live by His truth, we may face criticism, rejection, or even suffering. But God sees our faithfulness and promises us a reward that far outweighs the pain: the eternal kingdom of heaven. The Beatitudes show us a new way to live, a way of humility, mercy, and righteousness. They may seem upside down to the world, but they reflect the true values of God's kingdom. As we follow Jesus, may these words guide our hearts, shape our actions, and draw us closer to God.